Hey guys, this is iPhudge here, and welcome to my guide on killing Jad. Note that this guide is only for Slayer tasks from Kurodog, which requires 75 plus Slayer and 110 plus combat. I'll be using the Polypore, which hits 400 plus consistently on average with 99 magic in my gear. You can attempt this method without a Slayer task, but I highly recommend you use it on a Slayer task because I'm not sure how well the Polypore hits on volcanic creatures without Slayer Helm. Otherwise, my other requirements are as follows: 70 defense, because Aram's has some defense bonus unlike other magic gear. 80 plus magic for the Polypore staff, but of course the higher the magic you have, the much better it is. 92 prayer for soul split makes this much easier. Like, I only use maybe one brew throughout the whole cave. If you don't have 92 prayer, I would recommend 40 prayer at the least for protect from missiles and protect from magic. High HP is also recommended unless you're like extremely pro at prayer switching, which I'm not. But if you mess up on Jad, he can hit you for 900 plus if you have the wrong prayer on. Now as for equipment, this is what I require. The Vecna Skull. Every 7 minutes you can use a draw power on it, and it boosts your magic up for 1 less than an extreme magic pot. It boosts my magic up to 105, which makes a Polypore staff hit a lot better. I also recommend anywhere from 6 to 8 Star Dome brews. You might need more depending on your defense level and how much you mess up or how much damage they take off you. I use Soul Split once again, and I don't use that many brews, but I always have backups just in case. Also, I recommend Super Restores because once you drink a brew, your defense goes up but all your other skills go down. And then you use the Super Restore to bring your stats back up and also restore a big chunk of your prayer. Now as for the Super Restores, I recommend anywhere between 19 and 21 of them. You probably won't use them all, but it's always good just to have a few backups. Now as for my armor, I recommend you use a full Slayer Helm on the Slayer task, Arcane Stream Necklace for 15 plus magic accuracy, and also it gives you 15 plus magic damage. This can be switched out for a Fury or even a Glory if you can't afford it. I also recommend an Aram's Top, which gives 30 plus to magic accuracy, Aram's Bottom for plus 22 magic accuracy. The Arams can be switched out for Ganodermic, but I don't have 85 defense. The Ganodermic is useful because it gives pretty hefty absorb range and absorb magic, so it makes Jad's attacks less if you mess up. Also, I recommend a Spirit Shield. I use a Blessed Spirit Shield for the prayer bonus and also gives plus 2 magic. If you have the money for it, I recommend an Arcane Spirit Shield, which gives plus 30 magic and the same prayer bonus, but I don't have 75 defense, so I can't use it. I also recommend the Seer's Ring, which gives plus 4 magic, Infinity Boots, which give plus 5 magic, Barrow's Gloves, which give plus 6 magic, and the Polypore Staff gives plus 20 magic and also gives you plus 13% to your magic damage. For the cape, I use the Soul Wars cape for the prayer bonus because you're going to be using prayer for over half of the fight caves. You can switch the cape out for a fire cape for a defense bonus if you already have one, a skill cape for defense bonus, or even a god cape, not for the defense bonus obviously, but for the magic bonus because I believe it gives plus 11. Anyway guys, wish me good luck. I will record a few waves in the fight caves just for tips and general knowledge of the fight cave. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Anyway, here we go. The first monster you'll encounter in the fight caves is the Tizke. I guess that's how you say it. Wish me luck on the pronunciations because yeah, I'm not gonna do too good with them. Anyway, when you start off, I always use draw power, raise my magic up. You want to kill these guys first, usually, because they, even if they hit a 0, they'll drain your prayer by 1 prayer point. And why am I lagging? The second monster you'll encounter in the fight caves is the Tizkek. These can be useful for healing if you use Soul Split because the general Tizkek has 200 life points, and then when it dies it splits into 2 separate Tizkeks, and then those can also be healed on. They use melee and they don't really hit that hard, so prayer is not recommended here. The third monster you'll encounter in the fight caves is the Takzil. Once again, the pronunciations are retarded. Anyway, this little guy uses melee if you're close enough, and he attacks with range if you're far away. I recommend using the range prayer on these guys because they hit usually over 100, and if you don't have soul split, they can cost you a lot of freaking brews. Anyway, they have 400 life points, pretty easy to kill. On wave 15, you'll first encounter the 180, the Yit Mejkat, I guess. Anyway, he heals other monsters if they're low health points and also uses melee, so I recommend you stay in a safe spot because if he gets in melee range, he can hit over 200, which can cause some damage. Otherwise, if you get in a safe spot, he's pretty easy to kill. This wave is very important because it has two 180s in it. Once you see two 180s, you know the 360s are next. And from there on out, you'll pretty much have Protect from Magic on 90% of the time. You want to turn Protect from Magic on right before you kill the last one because the 360 will sometimes come out of nowhere and just start maging. So this is wave 31. From wave 31 to wave 62, you're going to want to leave Protect from Magic on about 90% of the time. Reason being is because the Ket Zek, level 360, can hit really high. Sometimes, I'm not sure what its max is, I've heard 600 plus with magic, and it can also hit pretty high if you get close to its melee range. A good tip about the fight caves is you can use other monsters for blockades. So if you can't safe spot something, like you can get everything stuck behind the 360, and then when it's time to kill the other ones, you can turn off Protect from Magic and actually save the prayer. My recommendation, if you can get monsters stuck behind other monsters, that's just a big bonus for you. Turn off prayer and save spot the rest of them. Easy as that. Alright, so when you get to wave 62, you'll see two of the level 360s. It is vital that you do not run out of prayer here because if you have two of them and they can hit for like 600s, it's a pretty good idea to use Protect from Magic. Anyways, once you see two level 360s, this means Jad is the next wave. Once you get to the last 360, gear up for Jad, get all your stuff ready, and then kill the last level 360. And I'm not going to commentate through Jad because it's going to be highly distracting. As you can see, I have my private off, my chat off, everything to limit distractions. I don't even use sound because it's that much of a distraction.
Little souvenirs and secrets shared. little off guard and unprepared. I will give you everything. Say you won't stay, you want me till. Say you'll never die, you'll always on me. I wanna know I belong to you. Say you'll run me. Say you won't stay, you want me till. Say you'll never die, you'll always on me. I wanna know I belong to you. Say you'll run me.
So as you can see, the Polypore staff pretty much drops Jad, even with my pretty much shitty gear. That was my second fire cape from the Slayer task. I got my other one from the Slayer task before, and it motivated me to make a guide for it. Anyway, I was not expecting for Jad to die by the time the healers didn't even get to him. Half of them anyway. I got one distracted, one was still on him, and then both of them were coming to him, and then all I see is Jad gasping for air on the floor, dead, and I was pretty excited because I just pretty much dropped him. Like, that was pretty fucking awesome, if you ask me. Anyways, if you like my guide, remember to thumbs it up, comment, rate, subscribe, do whatever you want, and I will keep coming out with more guides. Bye!